For more than 30 years, the Grateful Dead have attracted some of the most faithful fans in rock history. The Deadheads and their cross-country treks are legendary. Well, our next case is about a Deadhead who didn't get to finish her last journey. And she has friends and family, including a member of the Grateful Dead, who want some answers. It's a familiar tune. For 30 years, the Grateful Dead created a magical experience for their devoted fans known as Deadheads. Deadheads traveled around the country and united as a family to dance to the sweet sounds of this relic band from the 60s.
We have this sort of gypsy caravan following the band around. Have had it for years, and now the band is sort of fragmented, but there's still groups of people who follow the various bands around. And it's kind of fun that way. It's very much a family kind of deal.
Even after band leader Jerry Garcia died in 1995, his music lived on, and fans found life after the Dead. They now travel and groove to new jam bands like Fish and One-Eyed Jack.
And you're around people that are the beautiful crowd, you know, like the hippie kind of scene, so everybody's real peaceful and friendly.
Remaining Grateful Dead members like Bob Weir also continue on the road in new and smaller bands.
People, as they're leaving home, they want real adventure in life, and they want it everywhere they go. You know, and that says, that means in the music too.
25-year-old Kristen Laurite was a member of that Deadhead family.
She had a lot of friends. She had a real passion for life, and a big part of that was music. She really loved music, most especially the Grateful Dead.
Kristen was a hippie of the 90s. She wore her hair in dreadlocks, dressed in hippie clothes, and traveled to Grateful Dead shows in her yellow Volkswagen bus.
We invite adventure. And there's a certain kind of person who, sort of requires that in their lives.
Kristen was that kind of adventurous person, no stranger to the open road. So in August of 2000, Kristen packed her bus and set out on one of her cross-country treks with her favorite companions, her dogs Winter and Sativa. On August 25th, after hours of driving in the summer heat, Kristen pulled into this rest stop off Interstate 40 near Morrilton, Arkansas. She called her mother to tell her where she was.
Kristen was real peppy, hi Mom. She goes, and she just expressed how terribly hot it was there. It was 105 degrees. She said, I'm stopping here just for about 2 or 3 hours. She said, I just threw water over me and the dogs because it's so hot. And I'm gonna cool the bus off, and then I'm leaving.
But Kristen never left. The next day, Lynn got a call from a man who found Kristen's dog, Winter, at the Arkansas rest stop.
He said, I found a dog, and your phone number was on there. And I said, that's my daughter's dog. I said, she has a yellow Volkswagen bus. I said, could you please, look for her and bring the dog to her? And he said, oh, I see the bus.
The bus was there, but Kristen was nowhere to be found. The man who had called left. That's when truckers Brian and Sandy Park pulled into the rest stop. They heard a woman at the rest stop was missing and decided to walk to the wooded area near the parking lot and look for her. That's when they spotted Kristen's dogs.
As we walked towards the dogs, they weren't moving. They were just barking, like, come here, come here. And as I walked around the pond towards my left, that's when I found her body. And she was, she was laying down face first, and she was naked. She'd been stripped of her clothes, but I couldn't see her face. I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not believe.
know she'd been in there over 24 hours. And of course, she had laid there probably most of the night and all the next day. It was like 8 o'clock that night when they found her.
Police say Kristen had been stabbed in the throat several times and left for dead at the edge of the pond.
He said, they found your daughter's body, and I'm thinking, no, she can't be dead. You know, I just thought they would find her alive.
It's horrible. It's just simply horrible. I can't think of what it must be like for the people she left behind, her friends, her family, all that kind of stuff. Not only that she's gone, but you know, the horror of how she went. If there was someone around who saw something strange in that locale at that time, they should come forward and help bring this guy, get this guy off the game board.
Kristen Laurite's friends and family did not want her to be forgotten. One-Eyed Jack played a benefit concert in Kristen's name to raise money to pay for billboards.
I didn't want Kristen's story, you know, to end there. I wanted to make sure that her name was synonymous with safety and traveling and you know, going to shows and stuff like that.
I think most Deadhead females travel in little family units or little groups of friends, and that's the way to do it. I hope maybe some girl who is thinking of traveling alone will think twice about that and be a little safer about that.
I don't know, maybe it was the roses. All I know, I could not leave her there.
We need your help getting Kristen Laurite's killer behind bars. If you have any information, call 1-800-CRIME-TV. Now, I really want to thank Bob Weir for helping us with this case.